Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olawe Taufik and you're welcome to this video. The main aim and objective of this video is basically to learn how to install PostgreSQL for macOS users. So subsequently after, we're going to learn for the Windows users basically how to install PostgreSQL also for Windows user. So what am I going to do? Very easy. The first thing I'm going to do is to find a way to open any browser. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on Chrome, open the Chrome browser, look for Chrome, and look for my Chrome. So from my Chrome, all I have to do now is to type in PostgreSQL and press enter. So the next thing to do after typing PostgreSQL is to click on this particular place. You can see the first possible link that you see. That is the official link for PostgreSQL. So all you have to do is click on it. So after clicking on it, you come to this particular place. The next thing to do is to what? Click on download. Now, when you get to this place, you can see these are all the possible OS that are supported by PostgreSQL. So we're interested in just these two. So later, we're going to learn how to install for those that are using Windows. But for now, we're interested in macOS, so click on it. So when you get there, the next thing you have to do is to find a way to look for download the installer. You can see it, click on it. And when you get here, these are the versions that we currently have for PostgreSQL. So all I have to do is look for the latest one, which is this 7.5. That's the latest. So that's always the one at the top. In future, let's say you're looking at this same video, you're watching this same video, there might be a problem, and the problem is that you might not see 17.5 again. It might be that you're seeing something new, maybe 20 point something. All you have to do is click on the first possible one you can see, and that's the current version at that point in time. So this is my own current version as of now that I'm recording this video, which is this 17.5. All I have to do is what? Find a way and click on it. So when I click on it, it takes me to this place and it automatically starts downloading. I'm going to skip just to the downloading part, which is the end of the download, just for us to have, reduce the time of this video. So you can just pause it, wait for your own to download, and just come back later when your downloading is done. Now I'm done. My downloading is done. So now let me click on it. You can see, so I'll move this place down. You can see that I have this. This is it. What will I do? Click on it. Click on it. You can see this is it, right? The next thing to do is what? Click on it. Click on it. Now when you click on it, it brings you here. What's the next thing to do? Click on this. So you wait for it, and then you say PostgreSQL is an app downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? It is just for, for just to give you permission just to install it, since it is something that is like alien to the system currently. What will you do? Easy. Click on open. And then the next thing to do is just for permission and authentication sake. The moment you install anything that is new on your Mac laptop, it automatically prompts you for your password. The best thing to do is don't panic. Type in your password and press OK. And when you're done, wait for it. It's going to automatically open a new interface for us, more like a new UI. And let's wait for it. So we can see it's coming up. You can see, right? So it's the moment you see that you see setup PostgreSQL. Welcome to the PostgreSQL setup wizard. What's the first thing to do? Click on next. These are the possible things you want to install. Click on next. Now, the next thing that you are supposed to see here is it's supposed to show you like the location that this PostgreSQL will be installed. And this is what you're going to see, library PostgreSQL/17. Don't change anything. Leave it as default. Click on next. Now, the next thing you're going to do is where the existing data directory should be, you're going to leave this same directory. This is what you're going to see. Don't do anything. Click on next. The next thing you're probably going to see is the database bot, and it's going to be 5432. Don't do anything to that part too. Click on next until you get to this particular part immediately after the 5432. Now click on next, and then it's going to say to you that setup is now ready to begin installing PostgreSQL on your computer. What do? Click on next. So what you are supposed to do is, I think before this, it's supposed to prompt you for a password. So all you have to do is type in a very simple password that you can easily remember. And then when you are done, any other interface out of those four installations that we're installing that we want to use later, we have to remember the password and type it in. So let's wait for it to install. So it's done. Now I don't want to launch the stack builder at exit. So the best thing to do is what? Unclick this. And then what's the next thing to do? Click on finish. And when you're done, immediately after clicking on finish, you can cancel all of this. The next thing to do is to find a way to look for PgAdmin. How do you know that this has actually been installed? I'll click on my finder. After clicking on my finder, I'll go to application and then I'll look for a way to look for PostgreSQL 17. You can see, Abby, that this is a total confirmation that my PostgreSQL 17 has just been installed. What's the next thing to do? Click on it. Now, these are four bundles that automatically comes with it aside the documentation. We don't need the documentation, so I'll just leave it back. This is what I need. This is exactly what we're going to be using the most for throughout this playlist. So the next thing to do is click on it. Let's just inspect it and see what is actually happening. So click on it. So my PostgreSQL, my PgAdmin is opening. So this is the UI that we're going to be doing all of the things that we're going to do throughout this playlist. So this is where we're going to write our code. This is where we're going to create database. This is where we're going to create a schema, create table, and what have you. So this is the UI for PostgreSQL that allow us to do all of those interactions with database, creating table, writing query, doing advanced analytics and all of that. So let's wait for it. You can see that's PgAdmin 4, which is exactly part of the four builders that were actually, or bundles that were actually installed from the beginning. So let's wait for it. It's coming up. Now the next thing to do is I'll maximize just to give it full screen. The next thing I'm going to do is you can see it automatically comes with all of this. This is the first thing you must see. This is the interface you must see while entering the PgAdmin UI interface for PostgreSQL. So the next thing to do is what? Click on this. The next thing to do is it asks you for that password that you've imputed at the beginning of the installation. What do you do? All you have to do is remember I said remember the password, and the secret of remembering the password is use something very simple or something you're accustomed to. So what do? I'll type in my password. Very easy. I can decide to click this or I can decide to leave it on click. Now, when I click it, what I'm telling PgAdmin basically is that anytime I close this application and then I open it back, I don't want it to ask me for password again. Save it automatically and just allow me without pressing password. That's the idea of this. For those of us that can forget our password, I would advise you to do this. But if you are someone like me that don't forget the password, the best thing to do is to leave it on click so that anytime you come in, you can always type in your password. So when you're done, leave it on click, your choice. Leave it click, your choice. All you have to do next is what? Click on OK. It automatically opens up all of the things that you have installed. So these are things that we have. Don't worry about these tests. It's something I've created before myself. So you don't have to bother yourself. So this is the one that you're supposed to see only Postgres. So now you can see these are the server. I have just one single server, which is the PostgreSQL 17 itself by default. And inside this server, I have a database. So in our next video, we're going to explain what we mean by server, what we mean by database, what's a table, and some of the concepts that are extremely very important for us to actually break down and debunk. So, but for now, we're not interested in that. Now you can see that this database, this server now has just one single database, which is this Postgres. Let's just learn a simple way of how to create a database without writing code. So I'll click on this. You can see, right click on it, right click, look for create and click on database. The next thing to do is to give it a name that you want, your choice. And then you don't have to do anything with this other interface. Just come here and go to the SQL. You can see this is the SQL query that is doing this thing I'm doing for me. Though this create that I'm doing manually, as if I'm using the UI, there's actually an SQL code that was generated for that. And this is exactly, you just have to come to the SQL and then click on save. When you click on save, what do you notice? You now have the test, and that's exactly how to create a database using the UI. So on from later videos, we're going to learn how to work better with all of this. So thank you very much. If you find this video very useful and very helpful, kindly subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, and follow me for more content.